Hey everyone, welcome back. If you're thinking about buying or investing in a home in San Jose, this video is for you. Hi, I'm Steve Moon, your San Jose Realtor, and I've been selling here in the city for over 20 years, and welcome to my channel. San Jose is one of the most dynamic cities in the country. It's diverse, it's innovative, and right in the heart of Silicon Valley. But here's the thing. Not every neighborhood makes sense as a long-term investment. Some areas have what was considered an affordability trap. The price looks good up front, but when you dig deeper, you'll find challenges that affects both your quality of life and the property's long-term appreciation. So today, I'm going to walk you through 3 areas of San Jose that you'll want to approach with a certain amount of caution. Not to scare you away, but to give you the knowledge that you need to make a smarter decision. And just so that you know where this is coming from, here are the kind of criteria that I use. First, crime and safety data, because peace of mind isn't really just optional. Second, school ratings. Whether you have kids or not, schools are a key driver of resale value. 3, neighborhood amenities. Things like parks, shopping, and restaurants, and walkability matter a lot. And finally, long-term investment fundamentals. Will your home hold value and appreciate, or are you stuck in a neighborhood that will stagnate over time? With those criteria in mind, let's dive in. First up is Alum Rock and the broader part of East San Jose, especially the 95127 zip code area. Now, this area draws people in for one very simple reason: price. You'll often find some of the most affordable homes here compared to the rest of San Jose. For first-time buyers, it's a very tempting proposition, but affordability doesn't always equal long-term value. And here's what I mean. Crime rates are consistently higher here than any other neighborhoods in San Jose. And that's a concern, not just for daily life, but for future buyers who are comparing areas. Schools. Most are rated in the 3 to 4 out of the 10 range, which is something that buyers always flag as a negative. And even if you don't have kids, poor school scores drag down resale value. And Alum Rock School District here has been shutting down schools and have been having challenges with leadership, which will affect the district. And more importantly, it's going to have an impact on the children. Infrastructure. Much of Alum Rock has aging utilities, older streets, and higher density housing. Parking is very tough here, and you don't get the same level of retail, entertainment, or dining options that you would in other parts of San Jose. Now, to be fair, there are some positives here as well. Alum Rock is culturally rich, it's full of history, and you're going to find some incredible food, especially if you love authentic Mexican or Vietnamese cuisine. But when you're looking at it strictly from an investment fundamental, it's a tougher bet. This is where that phrase of affordability trap really fits in. You pay less upfront, but you often give up long-term growth opportunities. Next up, downtown San Jose. Now, this is a fascinating case because on the surface, downtown looks like the place to be. You've got the brand new high-rises, you have the tech offices, you have the transit, you have nightlife, you have the whole urban package. And for young professionals, it can be appealing. And for a decade, the talk of the town was all about Downtown West mega project for Google and its employees. But the pandemic shut progress to a halt as office space was obviously no longer on their priority list. Google had multiple campus expansion projects here in Silicon Valley. Now, rather than investing in more office space, Google seems to be selling off land committed to those projects. And if they're selling off land right next to their headquarters, the prospect of a downtown project moving forward seems less certain. And think about this from a PR perspective. So here are the challenges for downtown. Visible homelessness. This is one of the first things that people notice when they come to downtown San Jose. It creates a perception issue, and perception absolutely impacts property values. Crime rates here are higher than other areas of the city on average, and amenities for families are limited here. You won't find many playgrounds, green spaces, or top rated schools nearby. So, who is downtown right for? If you're a single professional who wants to be in the middle of everything, this could work. But if you're looking for a place to raise a family, or if you're thinking strictly in terms of resale stability and value, downtown is still working through a lot of challenges. Now, the flip side is this: if San Jose continues to grow the way that many people expect, and if Google does break ground on their project, downtown could eventually be one of the biggest turnaround stories in all of the Bay Area. But as of right now, it is a higher risk play. Finally, let's head to South San Jose, specifically to the Seven Trees and Edenvale neighborhoods. The area here is a little bit different because they feel a little bit more suburban. The homes are mostly from the 70s and 80s, and you're going to see a mixture of single family homes and townhomes, condos, and apartments. On paper, this looks like a good value. But again, the fundamentals aren't necessarily that strong. Schools here are again rated in that low end, in that 3 to 4 out of that 10 range. And that's a huge factor again for resale. Density is an issue. You'll often see reports of multiple families sharing a home, which means that there are going to be crowded streets, more cars, and general sense of congestion, right? Perception is an issue here. Buyers who tour these neighborhoods often notice the differences compared to nearby areas like Blossom Valley or Santa Teresa, which feels more established and cleaner. That said, South San Jose does have some advantages. You're closer to nature with easy access to hiking trails and open space. And compared to downtown, it can feel quieter and more peaceful. But from a pure investment perspective, Seven Trees and Edenvale just don't have the same type of fundamentals as stronger neighborhoods nearby that are more established. So, what's the takeaway here? When you're buying in San Jose, you can't just shop by prices alone. If prices look low, there's usually a reason behind that. And that reason is often crime, schools, or the lack of amenities. And those are the things that determine whether your property will grow in value or stalls. Now, I want to be clear. Every neighborhood has bright spots. There's always going to be micro pockets that buck the trend. But if you're aiming for long-term stability and growth, focus on areas with strong schools, lower crime, and more family-friendly amenities. And that'll give you much better return and a better living experience. So do your research, walk the neighborhood, talk to people who live there, and check what people say on social media, and don't just fall for the price tag. That's how you avoid the affordability trap. So thanks for watching. And if you found this to be helpful, hit that like button and subscribe for more San Jose real estate insight. And I'll see you in the next video.